The fire symbolism of the dragon represents knowledge, as all symbols of light do. However, it also represented the knowledge and science of gunpowder the Moors had and used for hundreds of years to defeat the Christian nations or anyone who opposed their authority. See Ancient and Modern Britons by David McRitchie.
No more beggars.
Tell the mistress of the house that Robin of Locksley is at her door.
Her ladyship's not here.
Is the child Marion at home?
Maybe she is, maybe she isn't.
Hospitality in this country is as warm as the weather. It's a joke.
Really?
Leave your weapons. Just you.
A curse on Moors and Saracens. Were it not for their ungodly ways, Master Robin would never have left. What manner of name is Hazim? Irish? Cornish?
Moorish.
Truly you are a wizard.
The mystery is in the black powder.
Surely the Lord will grant us victory.
It was at this time that the least populous but more evenly balanced Phoenix Moors, who maintained an elevated level of consciousness, morality, and spirituality, saw the writing on the wall, or in the stars as it were. They understood the mass karma that would be inflicted on their descendants by the misuse of this knowledge, by their more disagreeable, to say the least, Dragon Moor brothers. Karma only means cause and effect, basically the old whatever you put out will come back to you scenario. This is because we are electromagnets, and like an electromagnetic pole, the energy flows outward, over and around the magnet, and then back into it. Now the energy you put out and receive can be positive or negative, and there are two ways that you can discharge your karma in the universe. One being the oldest in the book, which is to sit back, wait for the energy to come back around and smack you in the face if it's bad, or to lift you up if it's good. The other is to take matters into your own hands and bring about your own karmic loss or downfall, if you have negative energy out there, in order to minimize the negative return effect. It's basically the same thing as taking responsibility for your actions. So your Phoenix ancestors began to share and pass on this information to their Caucasian children, brothers, and sisters. They made them custodians of this information and spiritual knowledge. Now this would be your Freemasons, until their descendants, you, were ready to receive, understand, master, and apply it at its highest level once again. This is where you get the myth of the phoenix bird of Arabia, burning itself to ashes, and a newborn young phoenix rises from those ashes, collects them, and places them in a golden egg, then flies the egg to Heliopolis, the city of the sun in Kemet or Egypt, which is modern-day Cairo. The ash that the adult phoenix burns into in this mythology refers to knowledge, and the young phoenix takes this knowledge and builds upon it. The overall message being that only you can defeat you, and only you can restore equilibrium to the world once you've reestablished your link to higher consciousness. This can also be seen throughout history in the depictions of dragons engaged in battle with the phoenix. Only the phoenix can defeat the dragon, and vice versa. But most of this information regarding your great lineage has been hidden or suppressed from you and the world by not teaching it in school or putting it in mainstream books. This is done for a few reasons. One, because we told them to do it until our descendants were ready to receive it again. Two, they don't want you to have this knowledge and regain your power for the obvious reason of being in power is the shit, but also out of fear of you returning to your once great status and putting the WWE Dragon Smackdown on them all over again. Three, in learning the knowledge from you or the Phoenix Moors, they also learned our ancestors' mistakes, which was hiding universal knowledge brings about negative karma, because this information is meant for everyone and the evolution of the universe. So instead of teaching it in classrooms and putting it in mainstream books, they create a magical world called Hollywood where everything is supposed to be made up and all stories told to you through this clouded lens of fantasy. However, the word fantasy comes from the Greek phanein, which means bring to light or make visible, which basically means they put all of your hidden knowledge into movies about mythological creatures called the dragon and the phoenix, as well as other movies dealing with history and mysticism, to bring it to light. If you're wise and lucky enough to catch it, then great. If not, sorry. When watching these movies, a few constant themes can be ascertained. 1. Any light or anything golden or shiny represents knowledge, like the golden ring in Lord of the Rings, or the gold bell in the movie The Longships. 2. The knowledge will return to its masters at some point, as it always does. 3. Only the phoenix can kill the dragon.
Sa'ai Hephes. Parseltongue won't save you now, Potter. It only obeys me. Bird may have blinded the basilisk, but it can still hear you. Yes, Potter. The process is nearly complete. In a few minutes, Ginny Weasley will be dead, and I will cease to be a memory. Lord Voldemort will return. Very much alive.
Ginny.
It's over, Charles. You're finished. You're mine now.
You will never win.
And why is that?
Because you are alone. And I am not.
Unleash your power, Ginny.
No fear. He's getting away.
Is revealed.
Is this?
Yes, this is Crackermore, and yes, this is the house of Ulrich. And no, he won't see you.
But
I know you've come a long way. Your business is urgent. It doesn't matter. He sees no one.
please.
Please yourself. Go home.
Well, what do we do now, boy? You who know so much, answer me that.
Hear me, you who dwell in Crackenmore. Ulrich, we will stay here until we are heard.
No. They'd think me infernal. Belisarius wore this before he died. You know, I actually saw him change lead into gold. I could never do that. Too bad. You'd have stood to inherit some real wealth.
Magister, please don't talk like that. You're not going to die.
Oh, but I look forward to it. All this magic. What has it accomplished? Tell me, how are your studies going?
They're going well.
You still wish to be a sorcerer?
Oh, yes, more than anything.
Well then, Adaptus Mino, get yourself a handful of that sulphurous ash over there. Nunc ebemus lucem. Et celorem. Welcome to Cragganmore. I'm Ulrich. Which of you men calls himself Valerian?
We are here on behalf...
I know why you are here. You're a delegation from Urland, which is beyond Delvetia. Let's see the artifacts. How did you come by these?
I found them at the mouth of the lair.
What else?
A claw.
That's no claw, by the gods. It's a tooth. You want me to do battle with that?
Who else can we turn to?
Did you try the Meredith sisters? What about Rimbard? I heard tell he killed a dragon once.
They're all dead. You are the only one left.
It's a long way to Erland.
Twice each year, at the spring and autumn equinox, the king selects a new victim. Virgins.
A lottery. Barbaric. And in return, this dragon, it leaves your villages and crops unburned. Your king's made a pact with a monster.
Master, don't you think...
Silence.
Are you afraid of dragons?
No. In fact, if it weren't for sorcerers, there wouldn't be any dragons. Once the skies were dotted with them. Magnificent horned backs, leathern wings, soaring in their hot breath wind. Oh, I know this creature of yours. Though it's waxed pejorative. Look at these scales, these ridges. When a dragon gets this old, it knows nothing but pain, constant pain. It grows decrepit, crippled, pitiful, spiteful.
Will you help us? Tyrion.
Good morrow, all.
What do you want?
No. Young Master Valerian. Question is, what do you want? So far from home.
We're not afraid of you. Give us the road.
Why, the road is yours. All the way to Erland. It's a long journey, isn't it? But when you're in search of a sorcerer, I suppose no distance is too great.
Say nothing. And here, we have the mystical presence himself.
You best keep your distance. And your manners.
If he's ready to lay a dragon in its grave, he's nothing to fear from me.
Mortem confundit, magus. Go on. Don't worry. You can't hurt me.
Now be it known throughout the kingdom that this maiden, having lawfully been chosen by a deed of fortune and destiny, shall hereby give up her life for the greater good of her land. By this act shall be satisfied the powers that dwell underground and the spirits that attend their In gratitude for this sacrifice, His Majesty declares the family ploughman to be free of obligations for a period not to exceed 5 years. Duly